And I want you to be very careful when you're writing these down. I promise you, this is the screen with the most links on it. The rest have one or two. Be very careful. Case sensitivity. If I capitalize something, capitalize it. If I have HTTPS, make sure you use that and get to the secure site. A lot of this stuff, some of the stuff I'm going to be giving you today, it's from our own book. I've trained more than 40,000 agents, and this is from our own book of business. This is our own confidential stuff that I give to private high-dollar coaching clients. I want to give that stuff to you today. So some of these links you're not going to find elsewhere, so it's important you get these right so that they work for you. So Green River, HTTPS greenriver.bpofulfillment.com/BPO-MGNT. It's not MGM, it's MGN. Capitalize the B and the M /application.aspx. I'll give you a second to write that down. Okay, it's https://grc.bpofulfillment.com/BPO-MGNT/application.aspx. Okay, now that's a backdoor way in to Green River. Don't worry about the BPO wording in there. I do not endorse doing BPOs to get listings, but this is a way you could potentially actually get into their system. To get a formal application, you're going to want to send an email to agentrelations@greenrivercap.com. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. We've been very successful at helping people get applications at Green River. This is a fabulous company, in my opinion, one of the very best companies out there. So I want you to just send and there's going to be 2 emails, by the way, and I would send them separately, not at the same time, maybe wait a day between them. Okay, so agent relations, this is for Green River's normal REO portfolio. This is not for Freddie Mac. So we're a normal portfolio. So I want you to send an email, and I want you to just simply say in your email, just say, I'm an agent or broker, whatever, and you can put this in your own words, but in very short form, as if you're writing to a friend. I work in so-and-so area. I'm interested in handling properties in handling properties on your behalf, REO properties. Here are the areas that I currently handle. And I would provide them a list of 4 or 5 cities at the most, provide a couple of zip codes. Do not write them a book. Do not send 100 zip codes and attach a resume and all this. Make it really simple. This is a simple request for an application. Please forward an REO agent application. Simple as that. After you've done that, I want you to go to Pyramid Platform. Now, this is an interesting platform. This is something you must be on. Most people don't know this. They don't understand this. If you knew what I was giving you here today, you would thank me up and down. Pyramid Platform seems to be the place where hedge funds are handing out their properties. And I mentioned a minute ago that Freddie Mac has sold off huge portfolios. They've sold them to hedge funds and PE groups and other financial institutions. They, for whatever reason, seem to be coming out on Pyramid Platform. Fannie Mae is selling these properties by the billions. In February, they announced another $1 billion plus sale. For the past 2 years, they have sold off multiple billions of properties. We're seeing these come out in different places, but a lot of them are coming out on Pyramid Platform. It is free right now. We anticipate this will go to a paid service. I would encourage you highly to get registered on there right away. It's https://www.pyramidplatform.com/broker-signup.aspx. Make sure you capitalize that B, the S, and the U in broker signup, and put the S on HTTPS. I've literally seen people sign up on Pyramid Platform and just get listings without making any contact, which is really unheard of. That's how good it is today. As I mentioned, Freddie Mac has made Green River their sole outsourcer of their properties, meaning they hand their portfolio to Green River. Green River hires you, the agent, to sell Freddie Mac properties. So you're going to need to register with Freddie Mac as well as with Green River. Very specific instructions here. First of all, you're going to need to register broker information. If you're not a broker, you need to be the actual managing broker, not an assistant broker, right? A managing broker. You don't have to be. You just need their information. You can appoint yourself as the contact agent to handle this. You just gather, this is how everybody does, you just gather the information from your broker and you submit it on his or her behalf. So you're just going to go to https://www.homesteps.com/vendor/registration.html. Oh, that's a long one. I'm on Green River way too long here, so we're going to try and blow through this. Homesteps.com/vendor/registration.html. Once you have registered your broker information with them, you're going to want to send a second email to Green River, and you're going to want to address it to vendor management at greenrivercap.com. And your subject line must be prospective broker. This is how they identify you as a Freddie Mac candidate. And you're going to write it the exact same way. I've registered on, but you're going to indicate I've registered on Home Steps. I work this territory. I'd like to receive a vendor application to handle Freddie Mac properties. Very, very simple. I think you can handle that. Okay, a huge player. This is Blackstone. They're a private equity and financial services company, multinational, huge company. They are one of the large purchasers of these Fannie Mae portfolios. And listen, what most agents do not understand is the role that these equity groups are playing in the distribution of REO properties. They have literally bought millions, billions of dollars in properties, some of these guys. And they buy these properties at pennies on the dollar. And they win if people pay the mortgage. They win normally if they don't pay the mortgage because they just put them out to the market as REO properties and sell them. If you can imagine going to a car lot and going to buy a new Mercedes, if you buy one Mercedes, you might get a little discount. If you buy 1,000 Mercedes, you're probably going to get them darn near cost. That's what these hedge funds and PE groups are able to do. So they buy them in bulk. Now, Blackstone, they're using SPS. SPS is their outsourcer, so you want to register with SPS. And it's HTTPS. I'm sorry. You're actually going to contact SPS. You want to register on their platform that they use, which is called Accelerus. It's not owned by SPS. It's a third party. So it's the bottom link. It's https://accelerus.com/client logins /D, capital S, capital T, /signup.aspx. I know these can look confusing. Just do what I say to do. And when you register for Rockstars at the end, when you register for the course in a few minutes, you're going to understand, you'll understand this in great detail in a matter of days. For now, do what I say to do. Follow what I say. Just register with Accelerus and then contact SPS afterwards and inquire with them about handling Blackstone and other properties. Okay, the next one, this is a huge player in the mortgage industry. This is VRM, otherwise known as Vendor Resource Management. They're located in Texas. They landed a couple years ago the largest VA contract in history. It was a 10-year contract. They've been handling VA for a number of years, but they got the mother load of contracts. You want to, I'm going to give you some very specific instruction here as well, too. Again, you can't get this information elsewhere. HTTPS, you can if you go to VRM, but I haven't heard anybody else coaching tell this. So I'm going to tell you this. https://prospects.vrmco.com/join.aspx. So here's the thing. When you register with them, you're going to see some information about what they're going to call VRMU. That's VRM University. That is it's kind of online classes to learn different things about handling the disposition of REO properties. It is not a requirement that you take this course, any of those courses, in order to get accepted by them. They will tell you that. That's why I say that information is available from them. But I would suggest that if it were me, I would probably take a course or two. They're incredibly inexpensive. They're super quick little online lessons so that when you have a conversation with them, I think it might be beneficial to be able to say, not only am I registered, but I've also completed your program and I understand exactly how you want things handled and I am ready to go. Okay, you're going to be contacting all these people, by the way, on the phone. That's how you get the business. VRM, wonderful company. Don't miss them. This company has become huge in the mortgage industry here in the U.S. This is New Residential Investment Corporation. They acquired Shell Point Mortgage Servicing. Shell Point, pyramid platform. I've already given you the link before. Make sure you're registered on there. And then you also register on equator.com, which is another platform. Equator.com. Okay, Shell Point, they're handling MTGLQ. MTGLQ is a subsidiary of Goldman Sachs. They started buying up these properties, distressed properties, when the market crashed last time. They, I believe, are the largest purchaser of Fannie Mae properties over the last 2 years. And when I say billions, I mean billions and billions of dollars of Fannie Mae properties. They're being handled by Shell Point. Guess where they're coming out? Pyramid platform. Right? They also got the rights. They acquired $8 billion in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac MSR rights. They bought an Auckland Altisource portfolio. They took $43 billion of prior Bank of America mortgage servicing rights. They handle Citi, PHH. They're big. New Residential is a monster. Make sure you get registered. And again, you're registering with Pyramid Platform and Equator, and then you will call Shell Point Mortgage Servicing. A huge private equity group, Lone Star Funds. Their subsidiary, Hudson Advisors, will be distributing the properties. They are distributing the properties, in fact. It's https://www.hudson-advisors.com/contact. There is no online registration for them. Like most PE and hedge funds, you will need to actually just reach out to them and call them. Now, I want to dispel any fears you have about picking up the phone and calling a hedge fund or a PE group. They often can be much easier than a typical asset management company or bank because, as I said, I'm giving you stuff that most real estate agents do not know. I am the foremost trainer and authority on this stuff in the REO field. And I push agents here all the time because sometimes this business is massive when you get in with one of these companies. I constantly teach people who pay me thousands of dollars to work in what we call a competition-free zone, meaning the less people you are competing against, the easier it is to score. And these can be really big scores because agents are not pushed to go after them and agents don't go after them. You just pick up the phone and you call them. These guys could have mega properties. A huge player. 24 Asset Management Corporation. They are one of Chase's 2 outsourcers and have been for a number of years. They always have business. They're headquartered in Miami, Florida. You're going to register on their platform, https://www.54sd. That's not a typo. They're called 24 Asset Management, but their registration platform is 54sd.com. Same plan of action. And listen, if you just do what I say to do, I mean, very shortly here, you'll register for the course. And you're going to get the step-by-step, it's a 3-step process of locating the right people to talk to, building rapport, and getting accepted by reaching out to these people and saying the right things. This is a huge one to get on with, as is NRT REO experts. You'll actually have to call them. They are www.reoexperts.net/contact-us.aspx. They do not have online registration. Some of you might recognize them as being owned by Realogy, the company, the hugest real estate company in the country that owns Coldwell Banker, right? Century 21, huge real estate companies. ERA. That does not mean that they don't give properties to outside companies because, well, they do. You just have to call them. They will send you an agent application. Pick up the phone and give them a call. This one is big. Do not miss it. Dakota Asset Services. They are handling MTGLQ and U.S. Bank. They're located at www.dakotaas.com/agent-application. This is a direct link to their application. By the way, make sure, I'm telling you to call. There's a very specific process. And when you enroll in the course in a few minutes, you'll understand this exact process. The basic part of it is you register first prior to calling. You don't ever want to get caught with your pants down and not have your stuff submitted properly. But they're handling MTGLQ and U.S. Bank. Massive business these guys have. They're one of the very best asset management companies to come along in the last 5 or 6 years. Here's another huge one that's come on the scene. Pretium Partners, they acquired Celine Finance and Alta Residential. They are on pyramidplatform.com. You already have this URL. You should have already written it down. So you'll want to actually call Celine Finance, and you'll want to also call Alta Residential Solutions and just ask them about handling properties. Let them know that you are registered on Pyramid Platform. Another very big one. Covius, an information technology company, they took over Kronos. Kronos is located in Texas. They handle HUD properties. And here is a backdoor registration link for them. It is brokers.olympusams.com/account, capitalize that A, /broker registration.aspx, capitalize the B and the R. Again, the process, register and then call. And again, when you just do what I say to do, just follow what I say, and you'll do well with this. InSource Financial Services. These guys are actually a principal REO purchaser, meaning they actually buy and flip houses. This is a really great company to get in front of, get on board with. Very personal. Located up in New York. They are at InSource. I believe they're New York. I've actually been there before. It's on a trip. I was up in New York and we went there. InSourceFS.com/broker.htm. InSourceFS.com/broker.htm. I would highly advise getting on the phone with these guys. They're not one of these companies that a lot of agents have gone after, and I know people who've done very, very well working with them. Okay, InSourceFS.com/broker.htm. Okay. Big one, Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae, they've moved everything off of their old portal, and they created a new portal called Procure One. Even if you have registered on the old portal, you need to register on procureone.fanniemae.com. I need you to pay attention here. Again, when you register for the course here in just a minute, I'll give you more detailed information on this kind of stuff. You'll really understand how to land these clients and get business quickly and start making money in this quickly and really be prepared for this. But Procure One, I'm going to give you some really specific stuff right now. On the very first page, they're going to ask you, it's one of the very first drop downs. And again, here you're going to need to register your broker information, managing broker. Not any kind of affiliate broker or associate broker. The managing broker. You need to enter their information to get approved. But when you are filling this out, one of your first drop downs, it's going to ask you what you are. And so there are going to be a number of options. They've put all of their suppliers on here. And one of the options is going to say broker. And there's also an option for agent. If you are not managing broker, do not put managing broker. Put agent on there to ensure that it gets processed properly. Otherwise, it won't. And then you'll hit a request application button. They will get it to you. Fannie Mae is one of the obviously the longest standing. They're kind of the king of the REO world. I will tell you this though, Fannie Mae being under conservatorship of the government right now, that's why we're seeing, in my opinion, all of these huge sales. And you'll see when you enroll in the course, you get a link to all of the sales that have taken place. You can see who all of the purchasers were. They've been really liquidating and getting their books cleaned up. They've been moving the non-performing loans and the reperforming loans that are high-risk default notes typically in order to make themselves look better on the books. And so these hedge funds that I've told you to go after, again, it's very limited knowledge out there. People don't understand that's where to go for the Fannie Mae property. So even if you see a lot of Fannie Mae prior foreclosures in your market, you're going to want to go after the hedge funds. And again, when you enroll in the course, I'll show you how to get all that stuff. So I want to explain something to you about REO. It's really a very simple thing. I call it just a 3-level pyramid. You just need a systemated approach to landing and keeping REO clients in order to make real automated commissions. It really involves simple, starting at the very bottom, targeting. You have to identify and go, listen, let me explain to you this. The biggest mistake, I've trained over 40,000 agents now. The biggest mistake that agents make, it's a very common thing, is they come to me and they'll say, Mike, I've been going after a big bank, ABC, a big national bank. I've been trying to get into them for 3 years now. I finally get in. I find out that they've only got 3 properties in my market. Now, they've wasted all that time going after clients that did not have business with them. So one of the very first things you're going to learn when you enroll in the course is you're going to learn how to identify the clients in your area. We're going to do what we call a hit list that are the most likely to give you the most amount of business the quickest. So you're going to identify and go after only the highest clients. You're not going to waste any time. There's with people who just have no business to send to you. The course is very, very efficient. We've cut out all the fluff so you can move through it quickly and never get stuck behind people who are dragging their feet. Second part is you need to be a recognized name instead of a small dot on the radar. I'm always saying you cannot be the minnow in the ocean. You've got to be the shark in the puddle that nobody can miss. See, thousands of agents are on registration lists. Many people go out and they buy these BS lists of asset managers and asset management companies, and they register and they sit around and nobody knows who they are and they never get any business. So one of the very first things you're going to learn is how to make yourself a recognized name, even if you've never sold the first REO. In fact, even if you've never sold the first house in real estate before, it's a very, very easy thing to do. And from there, it's a very easy jump up to being a preferred agent. Ironically, this is the easiest part of the business because of the value you're able to demonstrate in part 2. You're going to position yourself as the obvious expert. You're going to create what I like to call raving fans with REO opportunities who will repeatedly send you business automatically every month because of the value that you've already created. It's a very simple process. And before I get into this, okay. Listen, I know you guys you've committed by staying on here to getting into this. And again, this is an important thing to me. It's an emotional thing. It's something that I care very deeply about. I limit this to 50 people, and it's not a gimmick. It's not some BS sales pitch. The reason I do this is because you actually get me. I'm actually available to you. Part of what I'm doing, especially now in this period that we're in right now, I want to be available to be able to speak to you in person whenever you need it. I want to be the guy that's there that says, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you need to do right, or here's what you do right, let's do more of it. So I only take 50 people because I know as each one of these webinars, I know based on percentages, relatively how many people I'll be talking to on a daily basis. So I would never spread myself too thin so I wouldn't have the time to spend with you. Again, this business has been so good to me and my family, and I'm so grateful to give back to it. And so I want to do it the right way for you. So I want you to pre-qualify yourself. So there's 4 things. I want you to first have the commitment. I want you to you've got to be a full-time agent or broker. And by that, I mean, be working in your business 30 hours a week or more. We should have more than that to dedicate today in today's environment. You must be able to handle a minimum of 15 listings. Now, I don't know you. I don't know if, you can only handle 2. Some of you can handle 100, 200 listings with, without blinking an eye. It's nothing I don't know. You kind of have to qualify yourself. I'm going to show you very, very efficient ways of doing this. If you're working full-time in your business, you should be able to do this pretty easily. Most importantly, you need to be able to take step-by-step direction. This program has been vetted out by thousands and thousands of agents ahead of you, and it's been proven to work. We've sold thousands of homes. So you got to be willing to follow step-by-step direction. Like do this, and then do this. It's okay to innovate a little, but you've got to stick to the process. It leads to mastery, and this becomes really easy for you. But the most critical thing to me is that you're willing to share. Okay, I want you to get into our groups. I want you to talk to me. I want you to talk to other people in the program. We're all in this together. So you can't be out there you're sitting in the bleachers watching all of us play the game. I want you on the court playing full out with everybody, sharing what works, what didn't work. When we all work together, it really, really amplifies this learning. So that being said, let me show you what it's all about. REO Secrets. REO Rockstars, the course curriculum is Uncensored REO Secrets 3.0. It is actually the fastest selling REO system in history, and it's what I give to elite, highest level coaching clients who pay thousands of dollars a month. I prefer to do this in the group environment because of the mastermind effect and the learning, and it truly is 30-day step by step. I literally will say, do this, and when you're done with that, do this. And then this. And it's a video course, and I found the easiest way to give this to you is to just kind of give you all of the weeks at once and let you move through it at your pace. You should be able to move through if you just do a little bit a day and be done with it in about 30 days. If you go faster, you can get through it a heck of a lot quicker. You can see it's literally me on the screen. And I'm going to teach you everything you need to know, and you're going to have access to me along the way through. And let me tell you a little bit about it. It is a 30-day intense immersion course. I could never put all of that information on here. Obviously, I think we agree that would take way too long for me to go through. But I'm going to give you specific weekly step-by-step progression. Week 1, right out of the gate, you're going to learn how to start finding the clients and getting listings right now. You're going to learn how to do that hit list and target and identify clients who can and will give you business right now. I'm going to give you 5 quick and dirty ways to start getting listings right away. And I'm going to teach you in week 1 how to start positioning yourself as the preferred REO agent, even if you have zero experience. Again, even if you've never sold the first home. Week 2, you're going to learn how to receive more high volume listings and big commissions. So you're going to start getting those automatic listings. You're going to learn the secrets of generating those raving fans with REO opportunities. And you're going to learn how to negotiate offers in the way that banks like them so that they get accepted. This is one thing real estate agents do not understand about REO. If you position deals properly, it's very, very easy for banks to accept them. And I'm also going to give you a backstage pass to my business. One of the things when I got into this business, I was bleeding $30,000 a month before I went hardcore into this in the last crash. And I hired somebody. One of these things, I've traveled around the country. I've sat down with some of the world's very best agents and brokers, watched their processes. I have sat down with asset managers, sat on the other side of the desk while they were selecting agents, picked their brains. I've taken everybody's processes. I'm a bit of a builder, so I've taken them and I've made them even better. I spent more than $100,000 traveling around learning this stuff. And one of the most critical things I learned was how to build a team. You do not need a team out of the gate. I highly recommend, unless you have an existing team, that you start on your own and learn all this. Master every bit of it before you hand anything off to someone else. But when you are ready, I'll be there to show you how to create a team that is a zero net cost. It's actually a profit team, so it won't cost you money out of your pocket. And the best part is you'll never, ever work weekends again. That's a nice way to have the stability that I'm looking to give to you. And then I'm going to give you the automation systems. You can make money with less. To do what's called an RFI. This is a long-form resume that many of the bigger institutions will ask you for. Some of the Fannie Mae calls it an RFX. What it is, it's a huge document. It's like a long-form resume. It would take you months to compile one of these. I'm just going to give you mine. I'm going to give you an example of it. I'm going to let you just completely copy it, plug in your information. We'll assist you with it as needed, and you can just submit it right to the clients very, very quickly so you get ahead of this. I'm going to help you locate the approvers in the business who can accept you before other agents or even replace them with you using a very specific social media tactic on 2 social media platforms. And I'm also going to give you we call it swipe and deploy marketing. It's preferred agent marketing and application documents. So you're going to see exactly how I have everything formatted the way asset managers want it, how to do the marketing that keeps you top of mind with them. I'm going to give you, I call it my door opening resume. And the reason I call it that is it's opened so many doors for me, even doors that were slammed shut on other agents for years. And week 4, and I don't want you to skip skip ahead of this. It's very important that you go week 1, week 2, week 3. You're going to need what's in week 1 to get to week 2, to week 3, and then to week 4. In week 4, you're going to learn how to work less and make a whole lot more money. You're going to get my 3-day $1 million commission technique that you can use in your 5th week in REO. And now I don't think I have to do this. I think it's the cool thing to do. So look, most people, I don't know you. I don't know if you're going to make any money at all in doing this. Most people who invest in programs like this, information programs or any other program of this type, they lose money for many reasons, including not doing the work. So if you can't afford to lose money at all, then don't get into this. But I have a pretty darn good feeling that if you just do what I tell you to do, you're likely going to make a little bit of extra money. Okay, so look, this is a advanced technique. You can use it. We've got a convention coming up here in a few months that you can actually put it to use at the convention. I used it to land more than $1 million in commissions, and really my very first convention that I went to. So you're going to learn exactly how to do that. But again, don't skip ahead to it. Learn 1, 2, and 3, and the pieces will fall into place for this. I'm also going to show you how to have investors lined up to buy your listings before you get them. And you're going to get a proprietary technology that helps you weed out the time sucks. I call them time vampires that suck the blood out of you. Clients that aren't worth going after. We're going to fine tune this down to the ones that are easy for you to work with. They make you more money. You have less stress and a life to actually enjoy, which is the most important out of all of this. And you're going to get copies of all of my sample inventory, all my sample spreadsheets, resumes, everything formatted the way you want it. Also, you're going to get to be part of our mastermind networking society for 30 days for free, where you get to mastermind with me and everybody else across the country as we work together to do this. After the 30 days, you can continue at $67. And look, I know I could tell you for days how great this is, but I want you to see I have so many testimonials from people in all walks of life, all over the country. There's California, Tennessee, years of knowledge. I should have been a rock star a long time ago. Proven way to get REOs, put in terms you could understand, learn how to get listings. Florida, Arizona, Georgia, South Carolina. I'm getting more properties from companies I never thought I would. It's that good. I got to be number 27 in the Wall Street Journal. Got income in the first week. Learn to find asset management. Here's Texas. I mean, see, we're all over the country. Wisconsin, California, Oregon, opened several doors, removed all the guesswork. We tell secrets. That's probably the understatement of the year. Super training, super follow-up and communication. And look, here's a few people that sent me testimonials. And these are guys that, these are people that I have like the utmost respect for. This is the kind of person you get to interact with. Rodney, I'm getting more properties from companies I never thought that I would. The program really is that good. This guy, I mean, he shared with me that he sat down with one of the largest companies in this business with the director of the company and used the conversation that I taught him to use. And after 2 hours, the guy was asking how he could use him. He's a doer. He's a perfect kind of guy for this program. He's a perfect example of do this, and do that. You tell him to do something, he does it. And he does such great business. Joe, I mean, helped him make over $3 million in gross commissions. Helped him make number 27 in the Wall Street Journal's top 1,000. Pulled back all the curtains, showed everybody what really works. Corinne, Mike's an amazing coach and mentor. He'll teach you how to list homes and listing numbers that will make your head spin. Anthony helped me transform my business by fostering relationships and establishing new ones with banks, servicers, and lenders. Everything has doubled as a result of Mike's program. It's the best one out there. That's a great compliment. Wendy, joining Rockstars, pumped up her business, working with hedge funds, banks, holding companies, and selling their assets. Talked to her the other day. I was assigned a $1.3 million listing. Using the tools brings you amazing success. Landscape's changing. Can't thank Mike enough. This guy here, Michael Brock, one of the best agents I've ever met. Mike can teach you how to list homes in huge numbers you never thought possible. Numbers I've seen are incredible. More in 1 month than many agents will take on in their career. This guy, he actually landed a hedge fund. And he started buying properties for a hedge fund. You can imagine how lucrative that is. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of transactions. So look, okay. Before I pop up the enrollment screen, I want to reiterate this. I am so grateful to be able to give back to this industry. It's been really good to me. And what I'm going to give to you is a way to have not only stable income, but predictable income. And I'm going to help you stay ahead of this market here. I'm going to help you be the guy or girl that's on the minds of the asset managers when these properties come in, and you're going to be ready there to receive them like fish swimming down a stream, and you're the person with the big net. So I am very grateful. I get fulfillment out of helping people today, and I cannot take more than 50. So I've come up with the only easy, the fairest way that I have found in doing this is to just pop the URL up at the bottom of the screen, and the first 50 who sign up get in. I'm going to give you some tips to this. I would open a new tab on the browser you're in, or open a new browser window. I would use Firefox, Thunderbird. My gosh, why am I saying Thunderbird? Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, Chrome, one of the major browsers. Everybody rushes at once to get signed up. So I will tell you this. I also use the best processor in the business. But when we have this many people on, and when I do open up groups like this, which, by the way, I don't know how long I'm going to actually continue to do this. I really enjoy the life I've got now with my family. I feel like this is a time when I need to be jumping in and severely helping agents. And so I'm going to do it, but I want you to get into this while you can. You will have lifetime membership to the course itself, and continued membership as you wish in the graduate program afterwards. But I would just say, when I open this up, if you get a white screen, I call that the white screen of death. That means that we locked out and it filled up. I cannot see the registrations as they go, and they go very quickly. If you get a thank you page, it means you got in. So also, we do not hold spots. So do not ask questions or ask us to hold them. We cannot do that. It's not fair. I've been doing this for a long time, and I know this is the best way to do it. So I would encourage you to just register for the course and then ask your questions later. Okay, I'm going to go on a extended Q&A period for you. I'm going to answer questions that are the most relevant for people, and it's important you register for the course and then ask your questions. It does not. Every time I do this, I get so many people that will ask me questions. They're going to come back and go, okay, I want to get in, and then the spots are filled. So register for the course and then ask your questions. I'm going to just pop it up on the screen. By the way, the price you're going to see is not the price. I have reduced this because of what we're doing right now. I want to be able to help the most amount of people. And the URL is, and I'm giving you two URLs because we just set up this special one to redirect, reodiscount.com. Go there. Register for the course. It is not the $21.97. It's not even the $97. I've actually knocked off the last payment of $97. So you could pay it all at once, or you could drop that down to like $64, 3 payments. I would tell you this, it is a 60-day. I've also written the long form URL too. So if that REO discount doesn't forward you, you could use that long form URL that's on the page. You get a 60-day money back guarantee. I don't care what the reason is. No matter, you can go through this entire course. I want you to think about this. This is a 30-day course. You could go through this entire course, and 30 days, you could be on the phone with me every day. You could land clients. You could start listing properties. You could start making commissions, and you could come back to me and you could say, Mike, I don't want it. I want my money back. And I will give that to you with no objection whatsoever. I find it hard to believe you would do that because so many people come to me and say your videos alone are worth thousands of dollars. But I am happy to do that for you. In fact, I will make this even better. You will either love it or keep it all for free. So if you do that, I will not only do that, I will give you all of your money back, and you can keep the course and stay in the course membership as long as it's online, which will be for a long time. Whether I'm coaching it or not at that time, I don't know, but I will leave that course up. So you will have everything for free. There is absolutely zero risk. Look, I'm to this because it is that good. I really want you to have this. And so much so I wish I could make you have it, but we both know that that can't happen. We both know, only you know, really, the great benefits that you'd be missing out on if you didn't take advantage of this, and the great things you're going to get when you do invest in it. And look, I think this is why I think this is why we are the best at what we do. It's because we really do care. We literally are going to hold you, and if you see that the first time you interact with us, right? You don't even call it customer service. We're like your partners. You're going to be utilizing my team. You're going to be talking to people who have run my business for 10 years or more each. These are my right-hand people. And when you call in, you're going to see we're willing to literally take you by the hand and we're going to walk you right through every step of this process until you are getting the results and getting everything that you want. And you have complete security in this, knowing that at any time you can just say, heck with it. I want you to understand that when we call us, we actually do care and we actually are there for you, and it's actually us. Okay, I said a huge mouthful. I'm also going to give you, in addition to this, I'm going to give you my private REO Black Book. This is actually, you're going to get the Excel version of this. This is my Black Book of all the very best companies who I believe to be the very best banks, asset management companies, hedge funds, private equity groups in business today, with links to all of their secret broker and agent registration pages and contact instructions, just like I did for you with the ones at the beginning here. You're going to get an Excel version. Anytime I find it, and we've got something new that's updated, somebody's changed portfolios, somebody's come on the scene, bam, we update it for you. So you'll always have this in real time, lifetime subscription to it. You're also going to get 30 days consulting with me. At any time, I'm not charging thousands of dollars a month for this like I would to private consulting clients. I'm not going to do what other coaches do in doing that. I want to make this affordable. I want this to help. And I assure you, I am the very best at this when it comes to the REO business. After 30 days, you're automatically enrolled in the grad program at the $67 a month, which has no contract. You can call us and cancel that anytime as well, too. Nobody does. That's this membership. It's our 30-day mastermind membership. And you'll get it as part of your enrollment with me. So you'll be able to reach out to me. You'll be able to mastermind with other members. I'm also, I guess I'll let you guys in on a little something. I've spent a lot of money to have a very special community built, and we are rushing the completion of it actually as we speak, where we are bringing everything into our own little world online so you can interact with everybody very personally. You can interact with me, my staff. We are actually your team. You can interact with us with a click of a button. But it's all going to be here for you. We're also launching the app where you're going to get tips from me every single day. We're going to be able to communicate back and forth. A lot more stuff that I'm telling you here. So again, you're going to get everything. You're going to get the course. You're going to get the Black Book. You're going to get private consulting with me. You're going to get access to everybody in the mastermind forum. And again, it's not only do we discount from the private coaching amount of $2,000 to $97, I knocked off one of those payments because I do want everybody to be able to do this. I do want you to get ahead of this. I'm really grateful to do this. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. This is poised to be the most challenging time I've ever seen in my 25 plus years, almost 30 years of selling real estate. And I'm going to be here for you, and I'm going to make darn sure that you guys get ahead of this game. So listen, register for the course. This is a good time. I'm going to get into Q&A. I have so many people here. I've got to, and this is a great group to be involved with, by the way. I'd highly suggest you register for the course now and get in with this group. Groups that ask as many questions as this are always the very best groups of people. There's so much learning to be had. I'm going to actually turn around and I'm going to actually go to my desk and open up 2 screens to get all the questions. And like I said, I'm not starting at the top with the questions. So make sure that you register for the course and then ask your questions. I mean, I commonly will pick up a question that pops up at the very bottom. It just catches my eye. But I'm going to be answering the questions that I think are going to be helpful to the most amount of people. So I'm going to do that right now. It's going to be a very good time to register for the course. Oh, wow. Oh, guys, I have so many questions. Thank you. Deanna, do you expect there to be a lot of foreclosures as a result of this? Yeah, Deanna, this is why I'm doing this. I don't do Friday webinars. I just don't do this. We've been banging our heads, putting it together, thinking, all right, how can we do this, get it close down to cost here? pay everybody and be able to train people and put something out real quick and just get a lot of people into the program that otherwise wouldn't be in here. Yeah, I mean, you're already seeing the government take action with these 60-day, they've mandated 60-day holds on foreclosures for Fannie and Freddie. HUD did it as well, too. You're seeing most of the major servicers do it as well, too. They don't want to put people out into the streets. They don't want to do it, and they can't do it while this virus is there. They can't. But it's coming. I mean, we have major industries that have announced layoffs. The United Airlines announced layoffs. Delta, it's the strongest airline in the country. They've grounded 70% of flights. Everybody's hurting. Restaurant industry is gone. There's massive layoffs. People are losing money. We have lost literally all the progress in the stock market that has been made since this administration took over. And by the way, I'm not political on either side. I'm a total independent. I don't believe either side, anything they say. But I'm factually speaking that we have actually lost all of the gains. All of the gains. In weeks, there has not been 2 days worth of gains on the stock market. It's horrendous out there. Yeah, it's going to be disastrous. They're predicting recession, and some economists, some of these big hedge managers and fund managers, they are predicting recession. Many are calling it depression. Many are calling it recession already. Okay. Marco says, I'm a new agent. I've never even listed a house before. Will this work for a guy like me? Marco, yeah, listen, honestly, this is a great question. Thank you for asking that. Many people have come to this program in their very first go at real estate. In fact, like often, the old dog, new tricks kind of thing. Often it's easier to teach the new guys and just say, hey, do this, do this, do this. Look, you're going to find out this literally is a do this and then do this and then do this. It's truly step by step. When I redid 3.0, it's the biggest update we've ever done in history. And I took all of the fluff out of this. I literally am giving you the direct steps to do so that you're not wasting time. And yes, God, I don't want to screw up your name. I'm bad about this. I'm terrible with this. Ariana, BPOs. You don't recommend doing BPOs? Why? Okay, I normally get a lot of kickback from this. I always do from people. So here's the deal with BPOs. When I got into this coaching business, I got into it by request. I started this little blog called REO Rockstars, and it kind of spread underground, word of mouth like wildfire. And people asked me to start coaching. And so I started looking around, and I was looking at what a lot of people were coaching in REO, and a lot of people were teaching you to do BPOs to get business. That's old school crap, and people teach that because they want to make you feel like you're busy, and there's no reward in it for you. In fact, it'll put you backwards in this business. That's old school stuff. Many years ago, you're going to get you might get a listing. They would tell you, look, you do BPOs, it goes across, your name goes across enough people's desks, and eventually you get a listing. And it just doesn't work today. There are BPO mills out there. There are BPO mills that you can just Google it, that people, they don't even have the ability to give you listings. Most of these, they outsource them. The valuations company do them, they hand them back to the asset management companies that have the properties, and you have no chance of getting the listing. Somebody else gets the listing. I'd rather somebody else run out there, do the BPOs for you, and you just be the person waiting to collect the listing. And I'm going to give you the direct ways to do that. And look, again, I know people I'm going to get kickback. I'm going to get emails about this. People tell me, I've already got it on here. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to get into it with any of you guys about it, but I've done thousands of BPOs. I make this and that. I want you to think about this, because with most people, I never lose this argument when I get into it with somebody about it. It is, you getting paid $50, $100, whatever it is they pay. I don't even care. I don't care what pricing is. I don't intend on even talking about the pricing. But you don't factor in the intangibles. The time that it takes you, the time when you're running around for hours completing this silly BPO. Well, I could have called 3 or 4 asset managers, had good conversation, and been lined up to accept that BPO or that listing when they assign it. So no, BPOs, in my opinion, utter waste of time. Here's an example of me catching something that popped up at the bottom. Annalisa, You live in Arizona, having a huge surge of seniors that are going to be moving on to assisted livings. Most have reverse mortgages. What are your thoughts? Reverse mortgages are one of the highest hit foreclosure areas over the past 12 to 18 months. There were some municipalities that were trying to pass legislation to stop this. There are so many people at risk out west and then down in Florida as well too. So I want to get into a whole lot of that here, but yeah, there's huge risk for these guys in foreclosure, and you can just Google it. You'll find it everywhere. It's pretty frightening statistics, as a matter of fact. Okay. Yeah, I see a bunch of you guys got it. Okay, this happens quite a bit. I'm using the very best processor in the world, guys, but it does freeze up. I've got more than 50 of you guys right now. I got a screen full of people saying you're getting the white screen of death. Look, I've been doing this long enough to tell you I don't think that we filled up enough already. I think what has happened.
You know what? I'll email you the house, and then
what happens is I know what happens. Let me get back into the chat box. I'm going to do something for you. I know a way to fix this. Hang on. Okay, so what happens is when all of you are rushing to register for the course at once, it jams up the system sometimes. So I found a way to get around this. If you look in the chat box, and you click the link,
great.
Register for the course now. It will bypass the error. Yeah. I don't know why it does it, but just click the link and register for the course now. Somehow it gets by the error. I don't know, but it works. And some of you want to split the traffic, go back to your browsers and type in reodiscount.com and register for the course. I don't know why that works, but it does work, and it's a benefit of doing a bunch of these. Let me get back to Q&A. Okay. I get this question so much, Sheila. Basically, I'm going to paraphrase it because she wrote a big paragraph about their concentration in the marketplace, but basically she's a mom and pop shop. And you've got, I'm not going to use the name, but it's one of our big national companies that dominates our marketplace. I don't like to hear from all the other names, but I'm going to give you a spin on both sides, which is basically saying, why would they send me business and not the bigger company that's well known? Okay, so it's all about how you position yourself. And I'm going to give you kind of an, listen, I'm the perfect example of this. When I left RE/MAX, I started my own companies, little companies, boutique, right? I started a traditional one, and I started one that was specific for REO. Worked out of the same office, branded differently. And so here was my spin when I called the people, the asset manager. I would be like, hey, it's Mike Huskin. I'm a broker out here. We're a small broker. And because of that, everybody in my office is aware of everything with every one of the listings. We all pay attention to all the listings. We put our joint effort into actually selling these properties. And it results in much faster sales for a lot higher money. Our average selling price is this. And you never get lost in the shuffle like you would with one of those huge companies that nobody likes to deal with. I mean, that's a great spin. That's exactly what they want to hear. Now, if you're with a big company, here's the spin I put on it. Hey, it's Mike Costigan. I'm with Costigan Real Estate Group. We have 40% penetration in this market. As you can tell, we are huge. All the buyers come to us. So logically, you'd want to list with us because that's how we sell properties faster and for more money. This is our average selling price. It's just how you spin it. Okay, it's marketing. So yes, it works for very small companies. It worked for me like a charm. Let's see. Ramon, how much will it cost me to handle an REO property? That is like the question of the day, Ramon. Thank you. Okay. It is much, much, much cheaper. Very good news than it used to be to handle REO properties today. The reason being is that most of these banks, since the last recession, they have formed or have partnered with what we call field service companies. And those are the companies that go out, they cut the grass, they do rehabs, they do really most of the services on property. Now, why have they done that? Well, my guess would be they're keeping their money in-house. It's a lucrative business. So instead of writing a check to someone else, they just have people that they're either affiliated with, they get some of the money or they get discounts, or they're just paying themselves. So yeah, it's way, way cheaper. Most of the time with our clients, we end up paying we pay utilities on the properties, right? We got to get the utilities started. And those are much, much, much cheaper than paying utilities in your house because we just set them all on minimums. In your broker guidelines, your client's going to say, hey, set the utilities to this in the minimum cool, minimum heat. And that's it. A couple bucks a month. Very, very cheap. 20, 30 bucks. It's nothing. And all you got to do is be good on your reimbursement policies. Let's see. Let me see. Jeffrey. So I'll actually get to speak to you personally. Guaranteed. Yes, Jeffrey, guaranteed. I asked people to shoot me emails first, see if we could solve stuff over email. And here's why I do that, because most of the time people solve their own problems when they have to type it up. But email me if I can't answer your question right then. We will immediately schedule a call, including that minute if you need to. And I'm happy to stay on the phone with you for days to help you figure out whatever it is you need to do to get going. Listen, I really am that grateful to help, okay? I am hands-on. I am here for you. All of you guys are about to get my personal email address. It's not a staff address. It's not something some assistant's going to answer for me as somebody who's not qualified maybe. And I don't have anybody not qualified in my business. My right-hand people know more about some of this stuff than I do. I'm the guy that builds relationships. I'm the rainmaker. I'm the guy that brings it in. But you're going to get my personal email. So believe me, you're going to have direct contact. That's why I limit it to 50 people because I want to be able to have that time to allocate to you and make sure you get everything you expect and more. On that note, I've still got a screen full of you guys saying, I can't get in, I can't get in, I can't get in. So I'm going to do this one more time. I really should kind of figure this out. I just don't know. I don't understand this. I don't know if it doesn't stay on the screen because I'm always on the other side of the webinar. So look, guys, get ready. I mean, like, really get ready to register because it is possible that we are have filled up. Click the link, register for the course. We'll be full in a couple of minutes if we're not already. Click the link, register for the course. By the way, it just came to my attention that I may have typed our regular full price page on there for the last time. It's a habit of mine doing this when this thing jams up. If any of you registered and it charged you $97 payments, you just email us, and this is your chance to see how quick we are on support. Support@millionaireagentacademy.com. Support@millionaireagentacademy.com, and we'll make that adjustment for you right away. You really are getting the discounted price. I've actually never done this before, thus my rookiness in typing the right URL. But this one gives you the discount, reodiscount.com, and register for the course. Guys, I really want to keep this to learning, so I'm going to get back to Q&A. We're going to run out of time here. Let's see. Golly, guys, thank you. This is a ton of questions. Wow. Okay. Yes, Melissa, you'll get an email pretty quickly. If you don't email your confirmation email, look, I'm telling you, we're going to have everybody registering at once. So sometimes things take a couple of minutes to get out, but it's out. It'll come out to you. If not, again, support@millionaireagentacademy.com. It also has our office phone number on there, which you'll get when you register for the course. Okay. Brendan, can I be considered as a preferred agent? I'm not sure what you're asking. Like, right? You mean like, yeah, I mean, you're saying right away, but yes, you have to build a little rapport with them in order to do that, right? They're not just going to, when you register, you can't just register as preferred agent. But yes, but listen, this is something this is critical. This is part of what I'm giving you. I'm giving you guys shortcuts. When you enroll in the course, you're getting these shortcuts that take you to the front of the line. You're going to leapfrog everybody in front of you, so you can just cut right up to the front. Okay, there's none of this BSing around. There's none of this, I don't even want to call it butt kissing that these guys feel like they've got to do to get in this business. It's a very simple process. And the process is laid out for you. So when you enroll in the course, you just literally follow that process step by step by step. And in week one is where I start teaching you how to build that value with the asset managers so that you can use that to communicate it to them to become a preferred agent. Look, once you become preferred, it's a downhill proposition. Okay, they're going to want to give you properties. You'll be on the list. They get properties and bam, it comes right to you. And really in REO, all you got to do is do a good job. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people behind you waiting to get your job, so you don't want to screw up. And that's the importance of having us here. And that's going to lead into Belle, hoping I'm saying your name right, her question saying, I can use you, what do you mean, as my team? We'll literally be your team. I'm not going to go out there and inspect properties for you. We're not going to go to closings, but we are here to help you with anything. I assure you, there are very few things we have not encountered in this business, including running into an escaped guy from an institution, a criminal institution. Yeah, we actually ran into that once in one of our houses. Crazy stuff. Okay, so look, nothing we can help you with. Help how to value a property, how to determine whether it's going to be used as sold as is or fixed up, how to get vendors, where to get locks, lock boxes, all this stuff. I mean, there's just nothing. How to negotiate. I mean, you could be on the phone with an asset manager and you could just say, oh, you know what? Hey, somebody walked in my door here. Let me handle this real quick. I'm going to call you right back. Boom. Call us. Say, I got this question. Bam, we give it to you. You pick them back up. I mean, we're there. We're really hands-on. I mean, you're getting the benefit of just years and years and years and years and years of experience and thousands of home sales here, and the benefit of all the other people in the program to help you out and make this easy for you. There's such power in the mastermind. It's really a success multiplier like nothing you've ever seen. I've been involved in so many coaching programs and courses. And I'm telling you, I get the most out of them from the masterminding and talking directly to people. And that's why I've made myself like really accessible to you in this program. I don't want to be a guy who charges, thousands of dollars a month for you to do this in a group setting. If you're somebody who, you want me to tear down your business, it's going to take up tons of time, which I frankly don't really like doing at all anymore. It's requested of me a lot. I do offer you a special program here where you can get a little more, it's called the speed course, and you'll get it when you register for the course. You'll get the opportunity to sign up for it. But, I don't like to spend a lot of time like digging in personal because I can give you all of this and then more in this, and I'm doing it now, even discounted. So, man, I went off on a tangent on that one. Sorry. I'm passionate about this. Okay. Melinda wanting to know, I talked about being no. She's talking about being an agent versus a broker. Her question is, I'm an agent. I don't have a broker's license. Will these companies hire agents, or must I obtain my broker's license before soliciting them? No. And I should have said that. Look, this is just kind of in my lingo that I say broker because I'm a broker. But most of these companies, they actually hire agents. I can count on one hand the number that actually require you to register your broker's information. They hire on depends how many people that they need. They can hire multiple people in the same office, same company, sitting next to you. Same person can be working for the same client, which is not a bad thing, by the way. Pretty easy to help each other out in that situation. So no. You absolutely, a gazillion % can be an agent versus being a broker. Oh God, guys, listen, there's no way we're not full right now. I have at least 30 of you guys telling me you're still trying to get in. You got the white screen of death. I promise you, I've done enough of these to know that we are completely full. I'm going to do something I've done a couple of times before. So if you will just bear with me, and I'm doing this purely because you're a group with so many questions, and I shouldn't say purely, because the other part of it is I really do want to help. Okay. This is, hang on, I have to wait for a response from my IT guy. Okay. Hang tight. I'll get back to questions in just a second, but I need to get this. I can't do this manually. I can't see the registrations. Okay, good to go. Boom. We open up 5 spots. Go to REO discount right now. Click the link in the chat box. Type it in your browser, new tab or new window. Type it in, register for the course.